Sacramento to clean that mess up. We can't afford the people that have been running this state for the last 20, 30 years into the ground. The price of insurance is high, the price of utilities is high, the price of water is high, the price of everything is high. Why? Because of incompetence in Sacramento. We need common sense. Common sense. That's what President Trump has brought to Washington. That's what Sacramento. So it's my pleasure to kick this off, and with that, Mike, come on up.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mike Hester. I'm the district attorney here in Riverside County. My job today is to introduce to you someone who doesn't need much of an introduction in this room. I think the cat's out of the bag. But before I do, I want us to think about how we got here. We're here collectively because we love our state. We love our country. We love our community, and we love our neighbors in Riverside County. But we're also here because we're tired of being lied to. We're tired of the deception and the delusion coming out of Sacramento and the corruption. Their policies, their delusional policies, and the same people who have been in charge for decades, have driven California into the ground. There's no denying it. Look around at our cities. Can't hide it. Our major cities are becoming unlivable and unsafe. We actually lost congressional seat last time, and we're projected to lose 5 next time. The social compact is unraveling. It's clearly time for a change, isn't it? Not small change, not incremental change. We need real change and real reform. It's time for something completely and someone completely different from what's been up in Sacramento. It's time to demand real leadership. It's time for policies that actually work. Like making our criminal justice system make sense again. It's time for policies that make people safer. Like filling our reservoirs with water. Making sure our fire hydrants work. Making sure when we turn on the light switch, the lights come on. We need a revolution of competence in government. I've known Chad Bianco for 25 years. We worked cases together when we were both young pups. He was a great cop. He was. I was assigned to prosecute narcotics cases, and we worked well together. Skip ahead, he's been the sheriff the last 6 years, and he's just done an amazing, phenomenal job. He's been a great partner to me and to everybody in law enforcement, doing everything we can to keep our county safe, despite what they give us from Sacramento. Despite what you might hear in the newspapers, what's left of our newspapers and the news, Riverside County leads the state in fentanyl, gang prosecution, child predator prosecution. We set the tone and we lead the state. And with this man's leadership, we also lead the state in opposing the insanity from Sacramento. So that brings me to my job here today. Chad Bianco is a man of faith, intelligence, integrity, and grit. He won't lie to us or deceive us. He will tell us the unvarnished truth, even if it's painful to hear or unpopular to say. He won't sell out or surrender when he believes he's right. He won't wither under criticism or buckle under pressure. He will stand tall and face any and all opposition. And ladies and gentlemen, he will keep his promises. I know him. He's a man of action, not fancy words or political posturing. We want results. We want action. We want common sense governance. Chad Bianco will deliver all those things as governor. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor and pleasure to introduce to you my friend, my partner in crime fighting, and our great Riverside County Sheriff, Chad Bianco.
You hear that, Sacramento? Exactly, change is coming. Thank you all very much for being here today. It is absolutely wonderful to see so many people out here that have come to support I think the possibility of today's announcement has lit a fire of hope amongst a whole bunch of people. As I was out there today, I spent the last hour and a half or so out there talking with people from all over Riverside County, Orange County, San Diego County. I appreciate you so much for coming, but what I realized is today we have a microcosm of California here. We have law enforcement, we have firemen, elected officials, we have leaders from our tribal nations, construction workers, teachers, doctors, nurses, students, business owners, real estate professionals, farmers, pastors. I saw a few of my retired friends, dads, and most importantly for this revolution that we have going on in California, mama bears. I think it would be safe to say that this crowd represents all aspects of our beautiful state. Do you know who I do not see here today? There is no one from special interest groups that are destroying our state. Before I say anything else, I want to especially thank my beautiful wife, Denise. She has been faithfully by my side through this crazy thing we call law enforcement. And so far, she's promised to stay with me during this next phase. She is truly my rock of support in everything in my life, and she is going to represent California well. Last thing, Chuck and Naomi, thank you very much for allowing us to have this here today. This is an awesome event. I love this building. Thank you very much for allowing it here. Let's get to it. Yes. I'm here to announce our campaign to be the next governor of California. I am running for governor of our beautiful state, which I absolutely love. Because our head is heading down the wrong track, and it has been for years. Everyone knows it, except for those sitting in an echo chamber in Sacramento. For decades, the party in complete control of our government has tried the same failed ideas and the same failed policies that haven't worked.
They're insane.
We have to be brutally honest during this campaign, and that includes those in the media. It is only our Democrat elected officials who are responsible for the decline of California. What is it that they have given us? Rampant crime, higher taxes, the highest cost of living in our nation, tent encampments in every major city, more fentanyl deaths, catastrophic fires, a broken homeowners insurance market, and people across our state are struggling to afford groceries and gas. Californians deserve better. I came to California in 1989 in search of the California dream. I got a job, I bought a house, I married a beauty queen, and I raised a family. Over the past 36 years, I achieved and lived my California dream. Unfortunately for my kids, destructive policies, political agendas, government overreach and regulation, radical activism, and special interests have turned the California dream into a nightmare for millions of Californians. Today, we fire up the machine that will restore the promise to all Californians that the dream is still alive. If you turn on the news, it seems the only thing positive we have going for us in California is the weather. That's all good. I'm not complaining. Rising crime, the cost of living, the price of food, gas, electricity, overregulation, a failed education system, non-existent or failed infrastructure, Overtaxation and reckless and wasteful government spending are driving hard-working Californians to other states. As I watched over the past year or so, as career politicians and millionaires and billionaires position themselves for the governor election of 2026, I realized that we are blindly continuing down this path of destruction. The same people responsible for the past 20 years of failed government all want the top position. And make no mistake, it is all for a selfish agenda. They have actually told us, all of them want to be the first of this, the first of that, highlighting the worst aspect of this woke culture. It is no longer about character, ability, leadership, or what's worse, it is not about Californians. It is about them. I believe California is in desperate need of an honest, ethical, moral governor with integrity whose only interest is to serve all of Californians. I will be that governor. Over the past year and a half, as the sheriff of Riverside County, I have helped lead the fight to pass Prop 36 to make crime illegal again in California. And we won it big. 70% of California voters spoke up for common sense and demanded the restoration of rule of law. 70% is not a win. It is an absolute landslide and a mandate by all of Californians telling our politicians in Sacramento, we have had enough. Prop 36 passed in every single county in our state, including Los Angeles and San Francisco. A huge thank you all to those responsible with common sense and reason, our California Democrat and Republican voters who realize that California deserves better. And yet that success, and we knew it was going to succeed, despite resounding support from up and down this state, Gavin Newsom opposed Prop 36. Those currently in power in Sacramento opposed Prop 36. Those others running for governor opposed Prop 36. Not only did they oppose it, they tried their best to keep it off our ballot to prevent all of you from forcing them to do what was right. Most of them were responsible for Prop 47, AB 109, Prop 57, and many others that have contributed to the decline of public safety in California. They were wrong, and Californians have sent them a message. We sent them a message that we are tired of catch and release of criminals, tired of smash and grab robberies and retail theft threatening our businesses and killing our family members, tired of billions upon billions spent on homelessness with nothing to show for it except more homelessness. They're tired of sanctuary state policies that protect criminals rather than the vulnerable communities that they are meant to protect. Tired of lawlessness without consequence. Those in power not only created these issues by a failed agenda, they ignored these issues for years. Californians stood up and said, we have had enough. That was just the start. Californians want our streets cleaned up, tent encampments gone, and public safety restored. They want schools whose only mission is to educate our children. Leave the politics out of our schools and let parents raise their children. As Californians, we want leadership that actually cares about the cost of living and leaders who will do something about it. We want homes we can afford. We want air conditioning when it's hot, not rolling blackouts. We want water crops and animals that feed us? And how about water to fight fires? We want the opportunity to achieve the California dream, not be prevented from it because of red tape and government regulation. We demand honesty and transparency from our elected officials. We want lower taxes. We are absolutely tired of government waste, and we want sanity restored and common sense to prevail. I repeatedly hear from people all across this state that California is lost and we are too far gone to save. No, I say they are wrong. I say this is actually going to be easy. California suffers from a lack of a leader. We need to elect a leader to fix this state. Someone with the fortitude to make hard decisions, and someone with the strength and courage to say no and stand up to the insanity of special interests. Californians want a safe and affordable California, which is exactly what we deserve, and what I plan on delivering as your next governor. Thank you. As Sheriff of Riverside County, I have faced the reality of Sacramento's failed policies on a daily basis. I have led our department through civil unrest and a global pandemic, and we have come through it all stronger. I know what leadership is, and I know that leadership matters. And just as importantly, I know what leadership isn't. I know the damage caused by a lack of leadership. I know that when those in charge are failing, it is time for a complete change at the top. Over the past 6 years, I have led one of the largest law enforcement organizations in the country through a transition into one of the most efficient, effective, and respected law enforcement organizations in our country. That includes, thank you. Our jail operations. Despite the lies, the attacks, and the hit pieces from our Attorney General, activist groups, and tabloid media, the state of California even commended and recommended that every correctional institution in the state follow our lead in the safety and protection of our inmates. Exactly. The opposition to our success is about lies, intimidation, manipulation, and emotion. I will never be intimidated. Those currently in power are completely out of touch, but they are not out of reach. Californians deserve a change of direction in order to get our state back on track. This campaign will not be about the divide between Republicans and Democrats. It will be about the common goal we all have for a better California. Our campaign will be about all Californians. We must elect a leader who will bring common sense back to our government. I promise to campaign for governor with everything that I have. We will take our message of restoring sanity to every corner of our beautiful state. Our campaign will succeed because it must succeed. The future of California and America depend on it. Thank you all. God bless America. Again, shine on this golden state. Now let's do this. I appreciate all of you coming out here today. This is going to be 22 weeks of something that, or 22 months of something that California, I wish it was 22 weeks. This is going to be something that this state has never seen, because this is not going to be about party politics. This is going to be about fixing a broken state to make this the state that everyone in the country wants to come to. I'm tired of my friends leaving this state. I'm tired of watching my friends' kids leave this state. We need to bring them all back with sanity and the promise that California is and once again will be the best state in this country. This movement starts today. It's not ending until we take over the governor's mansion in Sacramento. going to win as a Californian. We're doing this for California. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for everybody else's kids. I'm doing this for my grandkids. I will not allow politicians and the media to make this about Republicans and Democrats. We've done that for 40, 50, 60, 70 years in California, and look at what it's given us. We need something different. We demand something different. This is going to be about leadership. This is going to be about integrity. It's going to be about the actual ability to lead people. And I have 32 years of doing it, and no one else is bringing that to this ticket.
So if you're not consider yourself a Republican,
Well, I have to be a Republican because they make us register as something. I am certainly a very fiscally conservative person, regardless of what everyone wants us to believe when we pigeonhole somebody into politics. I have a huge heart. I have a huge heart. I would give my life for anyone and the protection of anyone, and that's really all I care about. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. I care about whether or not you're a good person.
and so like
Sure.
people, they're talking a lot about the cost of living, they're talking about public safety, which has to be near your heart.
Absolutely. Public safety is the main issue in California, and there is no one better to fix that than me. Thank you.
I should be able to go on with my life. I believe that's going to be possible. I believe it's when we get things back to how God intended them. God intended us to be protected. He intended us to be valued. We are the most valuable things, and we're not being treated like that right now. As human beings, not just men and women and children, but everyone is affected by this. So I believe that we finally have someone who is running for governor for a position that is going to do what's right. The right thing, the common sense thing. And so Bianco will have my support all the way, and I will be as loud as I possibly can with these two by my side. And we are going to get what we deserve in safety and protection, because that's what God wants. That's what is right. And so that's why we're here, and that's what I shared with Bianco. And I knew that once he heard that, I just knew that he would take it and he would use it. And because it's not about numbers, it's about real lives that are impacted. And my life continues to be impacted because even though he was denied, Trump was denied for 5 years, in 1 year, he has another chance. He'll be able to go up again, and I will have to do all of this all over again because of the elderly parole law. So we're working on legislation, and in addition to that, we need someone up there in Sacramento who's willing to protect us. And that's why he will always have my support as far as he goes.
I'm a local elected official in the city of Denver, and I'm looking forward to supporting Chad Bianco for governor. We need a tough governor. We need one to bring some common sense, bring back the beauty of California the way it was. I've been here when it was a wonderful state, and he's the leader to do that. Chad Bianco for governor. Booyah!
Really to protect the people of California.
And his run for governor has also rather stuff on the other side, people saying that he, even before this, the videos that he's put out during his probably should have seen it. So what would you say to defend?
You know what? I love Sheriff Bianco, and although not too long ago he stood up against the Riverside County Board of Supervisors and did not conform to the nonsense of the COVID mandates. And anyone who's willing to stand up against nonsense and common sense, I'm going to stand behind and support.
And talk things of why you think governor, or Bianco should be governor.
Well, I would love to see Bianco for governor to bring common sense back to the state. The Democrats have destroyed it. What's happening in crime, what's happening to children, that parents no longer have rights over their children. He's going to bring common sense and protect kids, mama bears, and dads in this state.
So specific policies that he really back in this now, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Anything else that you want to say about him?
I just just want to say California needs change. We're tired of high taxes, high gas prices, and honestly, this affects those who are poor, and the cost of things are outrageous. And I really think what we're seeing happen on the national level can happen here in California.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, God bless you guys.
All right,
Thank you.
Take care.
Support Sheriff Chad Bianco.
Why is that?
Chad Bianco is going to fight for public safety. The biggest problem we have in California is public safety. The voters in California have just passed overwhelmingly Proposition 36. We're tired of criminals getting special privileges. We're hardworking people in California. It doesn't matter what nationality, what sex you are. We go to work. We're trying to raise our families. California is a beautiful state. It's the most beautiful state in the United States of America, and we want to see it regain that beauty, that goldenness that it has.
All right, sir, what was your name?
My name is Ron Edwards.
And R-O-N-E-D-W-A-R-D-S.
W-A-R-D-S.
And your title or position?
I'm a candidate for the California State Legislature, Assembly District 60. I'm a minister, I'm a parent, and I'm a concerned citizen.
Okay, thank you, Ron.
God bless you. Nice meeting you guys. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, take care.